Yes.
helmet.
There's nothing more iconic
There
than right? So this is a typical Stormtrooper helmet, TK helmet, right, as we call it. Most of the common ones, well, I'll try to give a little history, because I always like to, I'm going to total verbal diarrhea on this, but the original helmets were sculpted by Liz Moore, who was the sculptor who did C-3PO, amongst other things. Oh, sorry.
No worries.
I realized I'm not talking on the mic, sorry. The original sculptor was Liz Moore. Brian Muir did the armor, and this is sort of very early in production in Star Wars. So this was all originally hand sculpted in clay. And most of the helmets that you can find now, obviously they're sort of kits, right? Some of them are cast off of different, collector helmets, potentially bought at auction, that kind of thing. Some of them came from the Star Wars tour suit. So a lot of these sort of have trickled down through different hands, and now there's sort of different makers that create these. So most of the common helmets now are ABS plastic. So if you're to go into your shower stall in your bathroom, the white plastic, pretty much the same stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay,
ABS
cool.
plastic. So it's really durable. It's got a little bit of flex to it. Back in the day, they used to make helmets out of styrene plastic, which is sort of model airplane kit plastic.
Right.
But that tends to be fairly brittle, so you bend it back and forth a couple times and it'll snap, right? So ABS is a little bit more resilient. Most of the time, it's a little bit more shiny.
Breathability?
You can pretty much only breathe through these mouth holes here, and then the bottom of the helmet. So there's really not that much ventilation.
I know on the inside is a speaker.
fan.
Is that a fan or a speaker?
It's a fan.
Oh, it's a fan.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So it's just a little a PC fan, basically.
So that's my question on Canada Day, for example.
Yeah.
How hot does it get?
It gets hot. It gets hot. So you kind of think, oh, you're just wearing this black, Under Armour, and then a bunch of plastic on top. You don't think it gets very hot. It gets really hot. So even with the helmet off, it gets really hot. Wow. You got to remember back in the day, or even now, when they make movies, it's all about that second and a half that shows up on film.
Right.
They don't really care about, how long an actor is on stage or how long they're wearing a costume for. It's about the one shot. So, when they made these, they were fairly hastily put together. They were all vacuum formed. Some of the original helmets were made out of HDPE, high density polyurethane, because the fabricator that made them made goldfish ponds or garden ponds and canoes, that kind of thing. So if you look, some of the original helmets had an olive green sort of undercoat and they had to paint them white, so they would chip all the time. And there's sort of two different categories of helmets. There's what's called the stunt helmet and the hero helmet. So the stunt helmet is generally kind of what you see in the original trilogy film, at least in A New Hope. The hero helmet is what Luke and Han wore, and they were finished to a slightly higher degree of quality. They were vacuum formed out of white ABS plastic. They had bubble lenses instead of the flat lens, and there was fewer teeth on them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And so there's just some slight details that were a little bit different. And just in terms of parts, you've got the brow, you've got the lens, the teeth. This is called the mic tips. Are these things on these end? They're rumored to either be actual microphone tips, or sometimes people use sink faucet aerators.
So those
right?
round things are when you wash them.
Yeah, they got the mesh on them, right? So that's what they're reported to be.
Okay.
This is called the vocoder. And then you've got your earpieces and your traps and vents. And these are all details that were just hand painted on.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. I was surprised how much hand painting's on.
So this is fairly accurate in the sense that it has a lot of hand painting on it. So that's something that I've done. You can buy just sticker kits online now.
Gotcha.
They're already done up for you, and you just peel the back off.
I've always had a question. What are the blue stripes on the side?
They're called tube stripes. So that's just...
Just the design
They're
element.
just a design. I don't think necessarily they denote anything. There's various numbers of them. They're very irregular, so they were probably masked. Some people say that they were screen printed. I personally kind of refute that, because it's a compound curved surface, and they were doing these really fast. If you look at the originals, they're really chipped up, and a lot of them you can even see the bulge of. When you lay a strip of masking tape down and you paint over it, and you get that little ridge, you can actually see that, and plus the number of stripes is different on a lot of the helmets.
Would you mind if I
So
hold it, or?
Sure.
Do you mind if he wears it?
Yeah. No, so the way to wear it, So it's got foam fitted to my head. So if it doesn't fit you, it doesn't fit you. But the way to wear it is you actually turn it sideways. You put it on.
Oh yeah, there you see
because
that.
you get more clearance. Okay, you get more clearance, and then you turn it.
These little things that
You put it on, okay? So that's how you put it on.
matches the shirt.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Now this is the same one you're wearing in this little card, eh?
No, that's a sand trooper. So I will pull that one out.
Oh yes. Oh. And you picture.
I can see. Oh, this is so cool.
Let's see.
So this is a great.
Let's get a picture of this.
Aren't you a little short to be a stormtrooper?
Wah, wah. Oh, look at the detail on that.
We're doing a comparison now.
Sand trooper.
We got a sand trooper helmet and a regular TK helmet. So the TK helmet
Twist it.
is